is like the easiest and the most natural way, which the plant will establish root system which will stabilize the soil, and geotextile. Geotextile also stabilizes the soil, but even more effective than vegetation. And now fertilizer. Fertilizer slows down the soak up of water which protect against rain impact. And now the last one is retaining walls, which will prevent water runoff. And erosion in Thailand comes in terms of coastal erosion. It happens along the west coast of the Gulf of Thailand. And erosion in Thailand is not that dangerous, but if we still don't prevent it, it will someday be no longer safe. Now, coming up, the next topic is deforestation. Cutting trees for reasons is okay, but not replanting it is unforgivable. So, without the forest, animals will die, and which this will lead to global warming. And ending deforestation is our best way to conserve wildlife. So, number one is employing a series of rules and laws to govern it. Number two is cutting must be replaced by replanting young trees. Number three is community forestry. Community forestry is like local communities plus local government plus local organizations such as schools. Together they cooperate to start localized tree planting programs. Example is like creating awareness and plant trees. Now, Thailand has only 28% left of all its remaining forests. So now it is being cut out for mainly agriculture, expansion, and population growth. Now the government starting to emphasize on forest restoration, which is a good sign for us. Moving on to the third topic is nuclear issue. The environmental impact of nuclear power results from nuclear fuel cycle. In the Chernobyl disaster and other nuclear accidents cause a rapid growth of global nuclear capacity. So we don't want that to happen again. So safety measures should be enforced and waste disposal must be careful. And in Thailand here, we're not in order of the energy, so we'll still have to hire those foreigners to set up those nuclear industry for us. So we're not really a dangerous problem for us. Now, last but not least topic is air pollution. It is the pollution of air by smoke and harmful gases, mainly the oxides of carbon, sulfur, and nitrogen. Today, it is really dangerous to human health and ecosystem. So, in North America, it produces 6% of the world greenhouse gas. So it resulting in the area of the health and environmental problem. And in Thailand here, especially Bangkok, it's becoming Thailand's worst environmental problem in the future. So ways to prevent it is conserve energy, like switch off the airs and fans while not using it, and emphasize on clean energy resources such as solar, wind, and geothermal energy, solar panel, and that kind of stuff. And number three is encourage families and friends to use bus or train or BTS, whatever. Now, the ozone depletion, next topic. Ozone is a gas that is present in ozone layer in stratosphere Earth, and it will absorb almost all the UV light, which is harmful to human and organisms. The chlorofluoride carbon, or known as CFCs, and other substances will destroy the ozone layer, which later will cause the ozone hole. And ozone depletion is not something that affects a specific country or specific region, but it affects the whole world. So help save the Earth by limit private vehicle driving. Number two is avoid using pesticides. You try to use natural remedies instead, and buying using recycled products. And most important thing is create awareness.
Welcome back to PT Breaking News. The next problem in America is Climate change. Climate change is an issue related to global warming, such as greenhouse effect, global warming, and the gradual rise in sea level. In the year 2012, the United States experienced its warmest year on the record, and from the year 1950 to the year 2009, the American government surface temperature record showed that temperature is increased by 1 degree Fahrenheit per year, and that global warming has caused many changes to America. According to the 2009 statement by the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, or NOAA, trends include lake and river ice melting, plant blooming earlier, multiple animal species migrate to the north, and the reduction in size of glaciers. And predicting future climate change has brought with difficulty. Some research has warned against some possible problems due to American climate change, such as the spread of invasive species, possibly of drought as well as drought. And for Thailand, climate change has very great impact on rice growing. Rice has long been the Thailand national food crop and the main export product. The unpredictability of conditions that affect rice growing are rainfall distribution, temperature level, and the increasing type and appearance of pests and diseases. Adaptation to climate change need to be made in Thailand because it is very important for the development of rice production in Thailand. And the next problem is water pollution. Contamination of fresh water, including lakes, rivers, dams, and reservoirs, rank top of the list of environmental concerns for many Americans. Over 70% of water sources used in South America return to the return to the river with no treatment. This means that sewage and industrial waste are put back into the river and other sources of water such as dams and lakes. More than half of the respondents state that they are worried about the safety of their drinking water occasionally. To solve this problem, countries in America need to invest in infrastructure and regulate where their citizens can live to reduce the amount of water pollution. For Thailand, increasing of population, economy, and industrial expansion are major causes of water pollution. And the next problem is natural disaster. Major types of natural disaster in America are cyclone, drought, earthquake, flood, and tornado. For example of cyclone are Hurricane Katrina in Brazil and Tropical Storm Matthew in Venezuela. And for Thailand, major type of natural disaster are flood and drought. Drought is being caused by irregular rainfall and has become a significant issue in Thailand in recent years. And from July 2011 to January 2012, Thailand encountered the worst flooding in 5 decades. The flood killed over 800 people and left millions homeless or displaced. And next problem is soil contamination. Today, soil contamination is a result of man-made chemical and other changes in soil environment. The largest concern regarding soil contamination is health risks that are caused by this pollution. Health can be compromised by touching the soil as well as from secondary pollution of water supplies. Most of the contaminated soil has been identified in North America. The United States may have one of the most contaminated lands. Thousands of sites undergo cleanup in the United States every year. Cleanup is performed by using microbe excavation and more costly extraction or air stripping. And the last problem for America is wildlife concern. More than 40% of America express concern about wildlife conservation and associated with environmental issues such as endangered species, coral bleaching, introduction of invasive species, and loss of natural animal habitat. For Thailand, there is a foundation called the Wildlife Friends Foundation of Thailand. It is registered as a foundation under the Thai law. Their main objective is to conserve wildlife by rescue maltreated or neglected wild animals and prevented hunting and other methods. Thank you for listening to PT Breaking News. We will
See you next time. Goodbye.